last week on WOS Wrestling. Justin Sizem defied the odds to overcome Joe Hendry and Nathan Cruz.
I've never seen that in all my time in wrestling. Aerial acrobatics unlike anything you've ever seen in your life.
But Will Ospreay defied gravity as he put paid to Martin Kirby. Viper gate crashed Kaylee Ray's title match with B. Priestley.
Oh, it's Viper! She's not part of this match.
Oh, no.
But when Ayesha announced her arrival on the WOS scene, all hell broke loose. This week, it's double trouble. 2 tag team tournament semis and 2 spots in the final up for grabs. And before the whole women's division goes to war, 2 men team up to try to take Crater down. All that and more on this week's WOS Wrestling.
Welcome to the WOS Wrestling Arena. We have an action-packed show for you tonight.
Absolutely, because tonight we have not 1 but 2 semi-finals in our WOS Tag Team Title Tournament.
2 semi-finals, and then we have a huge main event. For the first time ever, once again, we are making history. We have a women's over-the-top rope battle royal to decide who is going to be the WOS Women's Champion. Let's go to the ring.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following match is the first semi-final in the WOS Tag Team Tournament. Introducing to you firstly with a combined weight of 419 pounds from Gloucester and Bolston, Iestyn Rees and Sabian.
Well, these 2 young men have really impressed me, even if they have no respect for the rules of professional wrestling or politeness throughout backstage interview Rachel. Sabian and Iestyn Rees are 2 men on a mission, and that mission they hope ends with becoming WOS Tag Team Champions.
No, 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 no! Is that any way to introduce the best team in WOS? I don't think so, Iestyn. It's not. But what I'm gonna do, I'm a forgiving man. So what? Shut up! I'm gonna do you a favor. What I'm gonna do is show you exactly how your job should be done, Bill.
His name's actually Phil.
Introducing the most well-oiled tag team machine. Firstly, none other than Superbad Kip Sabian, and as always, he is partnered by none other than the alpha male, Iestyn Rees. You're welcome, Bill. Thank you very much for that, Carl.
Whoa, touchy.
And introducing their opponents with a combined weight of 359 pounds, hailing from Glasgow, Scotland, Stevie Boy and B.T. Gunn!
2 of the most impressive in-ring competitors. They make an amazing team together. Stevie Boy and B.T. Gunn, 2 of my favorites here in WOS. This arena is loving it.
Let me make a prediction for you. But before I can do that, we have a jump start, and Kip Sabian and Iestyn Rees wanted to kick things off before the bell here. Nice jump start. My prediction was going to be that this match is going to blow the roof off the place, but this might be over quickly.
And don't forget, the winner of this match will earn themselves a place in the final and have that chance to become the first ever WOS Tag Team Champions in history. That's a huge deal, Stu.
Yeah, this is massive, and look at Stevie Boy barely able to even get his jacket off as this match has started now. We see B.T. Gunn down on the floor in front of us, gingerly picking himself up. Kip Sabian, confident, cocky, super bad.
B.T. Gunn. We saw B.T. Gunn and Stevie Boy qualify by beating Brad Slayer and C.J. Banks, and they were impressive. Oh, and look at this now.
Here we go. BT Gunn getting a little payback, perhaps. Didn't like that blindside attack, and there we go. Now it's 2-on-1. The big man, Iestyn Rees, big double hip toss.
And these two clearing house, and how long can our referee let this go on for? Because it's descended into chaos early as Iestyn Rees goes over the top rope.
BT Gunn and Stevie Boy have such an infectious energy, but what are they going for here?
And keep your eye on these two.
As they up ahead of Sting, two. Dual dives to the outside. Well, BT Gunn known as the powerhouse of the team, but he's got some hops too, just like Stevie Boy. I think we have a crowd favorite here.
And you're right, Stu, this crowd here in the WOS arena really taking to Stevie Boy and BT Gunn.
Iestyn Rees and Kip Sabian have barely moved since taking those dives. Stevie Boy throwing Kip back into the ring.
And you notice that Kip Sabian's not as loud with his mouth when he hasn't got Iestyn Rees right there to back him up.
To be honest with you, Iestyn Rees, the big man. Kip Sabian, the high flyer. You can kind of have a parallel there. BT Gunn, the powerhouse, and Stevie Boy, the high flyer on the opposite team.
We might see some of that flying now. Look at that snapmare and a drop kick to the side of the head.
Tag teams working in unison. This has been impressive stuff so far from BT Gunn and Stevie Boy.
Well, Stu, you have an eye for talent, so I have to ask you, any favorites in this matchup? Who do
You know what? I have to lean towards Iestyn Rees and Kip Sabian. Things have not gone their way thus far, but Iestyn Rees is the X factor in this one for me. He's just so big, so powerful, and so nasty.
Talking of X Factor, here's that double teaming you saw in their last match on this program. In and out, fast tags. Remember, they only have 5 seconds to get in and out of the ring after that tag, and they're using every ounce of that 5.
Arrogance might have been the downfall for Kip Sabian here. Went into this matchup a little too cocky, if you ask me.
We talked about it some in the earlier shows of this season, and we had a look at the tag teams, and it's no coincidence that the two teams in front of us are legitimate, bona fide tag teams, matching gear. They've been working together for years. They know their partners inside out. They are like well-oiled machines, and that's why they are working so efficiently together, and that's why they progressed so far into this tournament.
And it's a great point, Stu, because we've seen on this series so far what happens when two men are thrown together, as we did with Joe Hendry and Martin Kirby.
Dissension in the ranks occasionally, but look at BT Gunn here. Complete dominance over Kip Sabian.
Big body slam by BT Gunn, center of the ring. And now it looks like we're going to see some more of that tag teaming. But it's making this such a popular team here in the WOS arena.
And here's the impressive thing. It's almost telepathic communication between the two partners. They know exactly what they're going for, but look at Iestyn Rees here. Kicked off the apron there.
Yeah, but was that distraction he needed? And it was for Kip Sabian to take advantage by what? Wow.
Look at the bounce on Stevie Boy and Iestyn Rees. Enough of a distraction to capitalize. And here we go, putting the boots to Stevie Boy.
Here comes the alpha male with some exciting offense. Wow.
And Iestyn Rees is a monster of a man. Must be 6'4", 6'5".
Yeah, he's got to be a solid 18 stone, a big, powerful man with bad intentions, and this does not bode well for Stevie Boy.
He is easy on the ice, but he's really hard to like, considering his attitude.
That makes me like him more, actually.
As big as Iestyn Rees is, 18 stone times 2 is Crater, who we're going to see coming up later. I'm a poet and I didn't know it.
In terms of weight, there's no one greater than Crater.
I'm speechless.
Stevie Boy's in trouble here. What must the pressure be like knowing they're going into the finals if they win this match? It's got to be nerve-wracking.
Of course, it's nerve-wracking. This is high-level competition. These are two of the best tag teams in the whole of the UK. And think of what is at stake, a place in that final. But once you're in the ring, the adrenaline is going. You get caught up in it. You can't think about the stakes. You can't think about what's on offer here. The WOS Tag Team Championship. You have to focus on your opponents right in front of your eyes.
Focus is so important. And right now, the alpha male sends BT Gunn to the outside for focus on that. He's not happy about it.
BT Gunn coming in there, and his rage is being used against him, which often happens in tag team wrestling, and Iestyn Rees is taking full advantage of that. Don't forget, this is one of two of these final matches in this tournament, and I've got no idea who's going to make it into the finals. Sabian now being used as a weapon by his tag team partner.
The chemistry here is just absolutely outstanding.
And Tom Scarborough, 2 9/10 there.
Almost.
So close, almost in the final for Kip Sabian and Iestyn Rees. Stevie Boy in a world of hurt. If he cannot get that tag to BT Gunn soon, this one is going to be over.
Kip Sabian can't believe that wasn't the end of it.
You can recall how much punishment Stevie Boy took the last time we saw them. If that was any indication of the pain threshold of this man, it could be a long night for Rees and Kip Sabian. Look at this now. Oh, my Lord.
Oh!
This has been tag team strategy personified by Iestyn Rees and Kip Sabian. Cutting the ring in half, not letting Stevie Boy anywhere near his fresh partner, BT Gunn. Just an absolute masterclass.
Absolutely remarkable polish from both of these tag teams, working so well together.
This crowd want the tag, BT Gunn want the tag, and Stevie Boy needs the tag, but he's a long, long way from it as he's up on the shoulders of Kip Sabian, and this does not look good.
Cheese and crackers.
Here we go. This audience senses something happening here. They sense an opportunity, and look at BT Gunn on the apron. He wants that tag in the worst way.
But look how far across the ring Stevie Boy is. He's crawling with every fibre of his being to make that tag. Because if he makes it, he may just secure himself a place in the historic finals. And there we go.
There we go. BT Gunn, the fresh man, in there with the big man, Iestyn Rees.
BT Gunn on fire on the big man. Sends Iestyn Rees into the ropes and a reversal by Rees. Gunn comes back, drops down, and a backflip lands on his feet.
Let's not forget the cheap shots on the apron that Iestyn Rees has applied during this match to BT Gunn. This is payback time.
Winds up, there's BT Gunn. Straight into, wow. Wow, Iestyn Rees, this is the most groggy I've ever seen him, Stu.
Tag Kip Sabian. Look at BT Gunn. The speed of the man. That is a big human being.
This one is for all the marbles. BT Gunn feels it, as do this crowd, as do I. He goes up to the second and a wow. That's got to be all. That's got to be all. Oh, to the finals, oh no.
So close. Kip Sabian somehow digging deep enough, kicking out on instinct there.
This is why BT Gunn is so highly respected, as is Stevie Boy on the British wrestling scene.
And this is also why the WOS Tag Team Division is the most exciting new division in the world of wrestling right now.
There we go, double battering ram perhaps.
Oh!
Miscue, there we go, Iestyn Rees, the veteran.
Oh, BT Gunn up and over, and it's now just Stevie Boy in the ring. Oh, look at that guillotine by Kip Sabian, and my word, powerbomb up on the shoulders.
Oh, Stevie Boy, get it!
Hold on, what they're going for? Double team move, and oh, God, this one's done. Come on, kick out Stevie Boy. No, they're going through to the finals.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, your winners and through to next week's WOS Tag Team Tournament Final, Iestyn Rees and Kip Sabian.
Not certain that Kip Sabian got all of that maneuver on Stevie Boy, but it was just enough to get them through to the final. Of course, we saw the beating that Stevie Boy took throughout that matchup, and that huge powerbomb at the end from Iestyn Rees sees these two through to our final. What an impressive performance. Hats off to those two men.
You can't deny that Iestyn and Kip are clinical. They work so well together. And again here, they prove themselves to be strong and focused. They do progress to the finals, but who will they take on?
Well, the last spot in that final will be contested between Grado and his tag team partner, the British Bulldog Jr., against Adam Maxted and Nathan Cruz. It's coming up before the end of the show. And here's how they're feeling right now, backstage with Rachel.
We have the opportunity right now to make history. We can be the WOS Tag Team Champions and lead a whole new generation. And that's exactly what we're here to do.
And we look good.
Here we go. Let's do it.
Yeah, they do. Good luck, boys.
This is sports entertainment. My wrestlers are trained athletes. Injuries do happen. Please don't try this at home.
Welcome back to WOS Wrestling. We've got the second tag team semifinal match coming up. But first, Rachel is standing by at ringside with Gabriel Kidd.
Yeah, thanks, Val. So I've got Gabriel down here, and Gabriel, last time out we saw you get absolutely flattened by Crater. You got stretchered off, and I was going to ask you how you are, but I can kind of see that you're not too good.
Well, Rachel, you've just said it then. You can clearly see I'm still feeling the effects of that match, but could be my ribs, could be my knee, could be my neck. I'd still be here because I'm here for one reason. That's to impress these people.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing to you firstly, already in the ring, Gabriel Kidd and Liam Slater. And their opponents weighing in at 36 stone, over 500 pounds. His birthplace is unknown. He is Grado.
This episode, as crazy as that sounds, because the 36-stone man mountain, known only as Crater, is on his way to the ring. This is a three-way match. It means that every man is for themselves.
This guy's like a reoccurring nightmare.
What's going through the mind of Liam Slater? I know you caught with him earlier, Val.
We actually talked a lot in the back about focus, and this is something that Liam Slater has really honed in his years in wrestling, is you cannot think about outside circumstances and the past. You've really got to be focused on the match, as he's focused here on Gabriel Kidd.
Well, look at this. Crater just waiting on the outside, allowing these two youngsters to square off as he passively observes, apparently. I would keep one eye on that man if I were these two.
And this is really a treat that Crater's doing that, because these two are a throwback to the greats of old-school British wrestling. And you can see the trunks and boots wrestler that Slater is, alongside Gabriel Kidd. And we're being treated to a clinic of British-style catch-as-catch-can wrestling.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. Jim breaks. Mick McManus. This is an absolute throwback. Incredible stuff.
And outside the ring, we have what I could only describe as a combination between Giant Haystacks and Kendo Nagasaki and Crater.
Another thing Liam Slater mentioned to me was how grateful he was to be in this match and have this opportunity. What would it mean for their careers to win this match?
I mean, it would be huge. It would blow the roof off this place for sure, but I'm going to say I find it very unlikely, as once Crater steps in this ring, surely it's going to be destruction.
Look at this, and this is what I was talking about. He's giving these guys an opportunity to wrestle on a wrestling show. What a novel concept that is, right here on WOS Wrestling.
There we go, and you've got to say, as much as I'm enjoying this contest, this athletic contest before us, Crater, the small man, he's the fresh guy on the outside. These two are just wearing each other out. That perhaps is the veteran smarts of a man like Crater. I'm guessing he's a veteran. I've never met him before. It's pretty outstanding, though. These two are just wearing each other out.
And the pace picks up here. Slater hits the ropes, comes back, rolls through, and hits it with a monkey flip up into the lights.
He is such an impressive competitor, Gabriel Kidd. Again, only 20 years old. The heart and determination is just so inspiring.
And it has to be said, those ribs that were perhaps bothering him, once he's got the adrenaline, they don't seem to be affecting him at all so far.
Look at this. Look at this wrestling from these two young men, doing their scene in the United Kingdom proud, being seen around the world, right here on the WOS Arena.
You can see Steve Linsky keeping a watchful eye on Crater on the outside. He's probably just trying not to anger him. Speaking of that lack of count-out, would you want to anger Crater?
It feels like Crater is in the kitchen when he shouldn't be, watching his food be prepared. Oh, that's...
Gabriel Kidd smartly getting well away from Crater.
Look at that big boot from Gabriel Kidd. Crater, this is one of the strangest things I've ever seen in pro wrestling. To have a three-way and oh, here we go. Wow, I spoke too soon.
Now it's time. This is the time Crater decides to insert himself into this match.
Gabriel Kidd yanked to the outside, landing on the ribs that we mentioned earlier. That's just thin padding over concrete. It was effortless from Crater, just to show the power of the man, not just the size, but the extreme, brutal power.
I mentioned the ring had been reinforced specifically for this contest. And that ring being enforced actually worked against Liam Slater, who came down on it from about, I don't know, 15 feet up in the air.
Oh, that was huge. He almost kicked the lights down.
The reaction of Liam Slater when Crater got into the ring and he saw the sheer size of this monstrous man.
Yeah, not a mobile man by any means, but he certainly doesn't need to be once he's up close and personal with Liam Slater like this.
Oh, look at the force of that.
Brutalizing the youngster.
And what's amazing is we are yet to see Crater not be knocked down, but I just been even particularly stumble. He's not left his feet this entire series. Have you ever known anything like that in pro wrestling?
I don't know if anyone can take him off his feet. He's taking on two guys here tonight. Gabriel Kidd gingerly picking himself up on the outside, but you could glue his two opponents together and they would still be smaller than Crater.
And now these two young men have got the right idea, because to make the most of this showcase, they may have to team up against the biggest man in European wrestling today, Crater.
Forget taking on each other, work as a team and take the big man down.
Oh, look at that.
That might not be enough.
They can't even move. Oh, that was incredible. And, oh, double drop kick. We're going to see him go down.
The big man's wobbling. He's unsteady on his feet.
We saw a stumble.
Very top heavy. One more time may do it. Then again, it may not.
No way. Double choke slam. Oh, my Lord.
I don't know if my heart can take more demolishing from Crater after the Gabriel Kidd incident. I'm still not over it.
Well, last time the paramedics had to enter a WOS ring for the first time, and this is like deja vu, because that's exactly how it started. And Moose Slater,
crushing his opponents, squashing the competition.
I was going to say, if you think Iestyn Rees is big, he is exactly half the weight of Crater. That's incredible.
Wow. Oh, backbreaker to Gabriel Kidd, who's already in such pain.
And Slater is in a world of trouble right now.
About to get even worse for him too. Look what's sneaking up behind him, the big man Crater, the monster of WOS.
What's going on here? This is a new move for Crater.
Oh my, cream and sugar, that's hard to watch. That height. Whew.
And now he's stacking them up like pancakes, and
he could just pin either one of them right now. This match is over.
Hold on, guys. You know what? No way, no way, no way. Oh, my... Oh, this one's over.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner is Crater!
We saw Gabriel Kidd leave on a stretcher a couple of weeks ago. We might need two stretchers tonight as Liam Slater bore the brunt of that also.
Incredible display, and the question is, just how many men will it take not to beat Crater, but to actually just get this man off his feet?
Next up, we have our main event, the WOS Women's Battle Royal. Don't go anywhere.
Our first ever female Battle Royal.
Welcome back to WOS. Coming up next, Maxted and Cruz will take on the unlikely pairing of Grado and the British Bulldog Jr. for a final spot in the conclusion of our tag team title tournament.
Yeah, and let's face it, this might as well be a handicap match because Grado is more of a hindrance than a help. Let's go to the ring.
Introducing to you firstly with a combined weight of 422 pounds from Belfast and Kingston upon Hull, it's Adam Maxted and Nathan Cruz.
WOS's biggest ever bromance makes its way into the semi-finals of our tag team title tournament.
And their opponents weighing in at a combined total weight of 495 pounds, it's Grado and British Bulldog Jr.
British Bulldog, Davey Boy Smith Jr.
Yeah, Davey Boy Smith Jr., the Bulldog, he has single-handedly dragged his team into the semi-finals, despite the fact that he has the ball and chain of Grado firmly attached to his ankle.
I mean, that's a little bit harsh. Davey Boy Smith Jr. is his own man, Stu, and if he's decided that he wants to side with Grado, then he's seen something in Grado which these fans see, I see, Val sees, but you strangely do not.
Look at these two in their outfits like United Powers in there. British flags, American flags, Canadian flags.
Look at that friendship. That's friendship goals right there.
Clues in the name, Grado, British Bulldog.
Here we go. And if you're looking at Adam Maxted and thinking he looks familiar, that's because he appeared previously on Love Island. And Val, he told you that he went on Love Island to increase his popularity and notoriety for wrestling.
That's right. First of all, I'm kind of always looking at Adam Maxted. Secondly, yes, you're completely right, Alex. He has done nothing but prove himself on the British wrestling scene, the global scene, really, and try to get rid of that stigma that he's just a reality star. He is a hard-working individual that has proven himself as a worthy competitor here in WOS wrestling.
This in the ring right now. We've seen one monster tonight in Crater, but look at Nathan Cruz and the Bulldog. Two absolute giants in there. 18, 19 stone, there or thereabouts.
It's the second-generation star in Davey Boy Smith Jr. against the 10-year veteran of the show stealer Nathan Cruz, who has taken Adam Maxted under his wing, and it's taken them all the way to the semi-finals of our tag team title tournament.
There we go, the Bulldog looking dominant thus far.
Wow.
Kind of trouble is Nathan Cruz in here, desperately reaching for a tag with Adam Maxted, the young rookie in his corner.
He really has the same charisma as his father, WOS legend, the British Bulldog, doesn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. You get a close-up of his face and he looks the spitting image of him.
100%.
Maybe I should suggest attaching some dreadlocks to him. You think he'd like that?
Oh, yeah.
And talking of his father, look at this, a tribute to the legend himself with that delayed vertical suplex in the center of the ring.
I do love a bit of nostalgia. Almost had him.
And how proud do you think the original British Bulldog would be if he could see his son wrestling on worldwide television here in WOS?
Come on, spearheading the movement here in WOS to put British wrestling, 100% pure British wrestling, back on the map. I'm sure he would be thrilled.
Talking of spearheading movement, Grado is one of the men that you could say is responsible for the resurgence of British wrestling after over 30 years, and that's why he's loved by audiences up and down this great nation of ours and across the world. And look at this, Grado now with a pinfall. 2, and Tom Scarborough goes for the 3 and doesn't quite get it. Grado tight side headlock there, and look at Cruz desperately wanting to make the tag to the person he shares his bromance with.
They are real-life best friends. They tan together, they work out together.
I know, but there's a level of self-obsession that comes with that. They're always looking at each other and taking selfies. You want to see them in the back. Everything's on Instagram. They live for social media, and this is wrestling.
I don't know what I'd do with my life if I couldn't see what they ate every day, what they're wearing every day. I'm a huge fan of these two.
Don't be fooled by the pretty faces. Maxted has some moves. He's a tough gun.
Turn around Adam Maxted because he hasn't seen the British Bulldog Jr. with that huge shoulder tackle.
Yeah, perhaps the lack of experience of Adam Maxted showing there, turning his back on a man like British Bulldog Jr. is always going to be a mistake.
That was a selfie-threatening move for sure.
Oh, and look at this, that arm behind the back in a hammerlock with a body slam. Oh, and that looks horrible. And you know what? If you haven't got an arm, you cannot make a tag.
What on earth is Grado doing on the apron? He really needs to get his head in the game. Think of what's at stake here, a place in the Tag Team Championship final.
I'll tell you what he's doing. He's sprinkling a little bit of fun into this matchup, as he does with every matchup. That's why we love Grado.
No, I'll tell you exactly what he's doing, Val. Once again, he's letting Bulldog Jr. do all the work.
Well, here he comes. Eat your words, Stu Bennett, because Grado is in the ring. Maxted off the ropes, and a huge double hip toss.
See, he helped.
Oh, and we're not done yet.
Oh. Oh, little wiggle there, dinner and a show.
Yeah, that's it. Let Bulldog Jr. do all the damage and then come in and steal the glory. I know his game.
Oh, come on.
Nathan Cruz has been kept on the outside. The 10-year veteran is unable to get in. And look at his right hand, straight to Maxted, and he's set up for that patented spinning elbow, and now Cruz is in. The frustration got too much, and he takes one himself.
Maxted on Dream Street right now, has no idea where he is. Playing possum, perhaps. I like that, Maxted.
Straight to the midsection of Grado. Maxted comes back, and there's a second elbow.
Again, I mean, you've got to think about the selfies. Come on, Grado.
You love those selfies.
I do love those selfies, just not in the face, I beg you.
Tight side headlock. Off the ropes again goes Maxted. Baseball sliding. Oh. He tried to do a leapfrog, not the most athletic man in professional wrestling, and Grado looks in trouble.
Those 5 cheeseburgers for dinner, perhaps costing there a little too much weight on that knee. That could be a serious injury, knee ligament damage perhaps, who knows. This referee, he needs to either throw the match out or let the match continue.
Listen, I disagree.
What's Grado doing?
Grado is in great shape. It's just a very different shape than that Adonis that is Adam Maxted.
He's in horrific shape for an athlete, that much I can tell you, Val.
Grado has the body of a god, it's just Buddha.
Right.
And now Grado is in, I mean, the crowd behind Grado, but he's in pain, and Nathan Cruz goes, that was interesting.
Now, I like that. Nathan Cruz capitalizing on this knee weakness.
Nathan Cruz is going straight for that knee. Maxted, you know, even though he's aligned with Cruz, Cruz is a venomous guy, and Maxted is just, he just loves himself, but he's not a bad person. And he doesn't look, he did that kick, but he looked very uncomfortable.
He's hesitant. I mean, he might not have been in this position before in his short career, taking on a apparently downed opponent who perhaps has some knee ligament damage.
I understand the reticence from Adam Maxted. That was a little harsh.
I don't understand it at all. If you want to be a winner in this business, if you want to get to the top in WOS wrestling, you need that instinct to attack.
Keep it back, that's enough. Back it off. Grado, we can throw this out. Think about it,
Well, this one continues, but Adam Maxted doesn't look like he wants to be any part of this now. But he has to remember that a shot in the finals is what's up for grabs, and Nathan Cruz has not forgot it. And by the looks of it, neither is Grado. Oh, look at that.
This is a tough business, Adam Maxted. If you don't like it, go and do something else.
Cover there by Nathan Cruz. Down for the 2, no 3. This one continues.
Out of this handsome duo, I must say that Nathan Cruz's aggression level is off the charts.
He's an angry man.
He's angry.
Very impressive. I like that a lot. Look at that shot, Bulldog.
Suck it in. Davey Boy Smith Jr., that's a mistake by him as Nathan Cruz hits him with a high knee.
Well, I'm a big fan of Bulldog Jr., but that was superb from Nathan Cruz.
Oh, look at this. Nathan Cruz directing traffic and yelling at Adam Maxted saying, go and get him now. And this is, wow, this is such an interesting dynamic. I wasn't expecting this at all.
I feel like it's going to be a little tense in the Bro Mansion tonight.
Look at this, laying in those shots is Adam Maxted. He's very hesitant. He's very reserved out there. And here we go, Bulldog fighting back on the floor. Perhaps some dissension, of course, between Cruz and Maxted, but right now they're on top. And Grado is looking down and out.
When he was on Love Island, Adam Maxted was known as one of the nicer contestants. And look at Grado in the ring there against someone who's not a nice man. Nathan Cruz, who's just screaming at Grado.
This is not a business for nice men.
Well, no man is an island, but Nathan Cruz is in there all by himself, trying to decimate Grado.
Going for a figure 4 leg lock, perhaps, here. This could be the end.
When he taps out, and this one, the bell's ringing, and this one's over.
There we go, the match over.
Your winners and through to next week's final, Adam Maxted and Nathan Cruz.
Stop, and hats off to Nathan Cruz. That is a veteran mind.
Adam Maxted Maxted and Nathan Cruz will take on Iestyn, Rees and Sabian next week at our tag team tournament finals. It's going to be huge.
Well, looking out at the ring here, you can see Cruz is almost apologetic to Maxted. A little concerned there's some dissension between the two. They seem to be making up now. The bromance perhaps is alive and well.
Wow, uncomfortable. But coming up shortly, the first ever WOS Women's Battle Royal. Don't go anywhere.
This is sports entertainment, and we're trained professional athletes, but injuries happen. And remember, please, don't try this at home.
Welcome back. We will now witness the first ever WOS all-female battle royal. Kaylee Ray holds the title now, but that could all change in an instant. The last woman standing will be pronounced the WOS Women's Champion.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next match is the main event of the evening. It's a 5-woman battle royal. Competitors will be eliminated if they are thrown over the top rope and both feet touch the floor. Introducing to the ring firstly, from Glasgow, Scotland, weighing in at 112 pounds, she's the reigning WOS Women's Champion, Kaylee Ray!
The champ is in the house.
And her first opponent, weighing in at 119 pounds, from Wellington, New Zealand, Priestley!
What an aggressive young lady this is, Priestley. She's impressed me so far.
Next up, from London, weighing 183 pounds and standing 6 feet tall, it's Ayesha!
A newcomer to WOS, and what a first impression she made, and she's one of the main reasons that we had this match in the first place.
And next to the ring, weighing 126 pounds, she is the Belle of Belfast, Kasey Owens!
That's right, what a debut here for Kasey Owens, one of my personal favorites and one of the most exciting females on the British wrestling scene.
From Ayesha, Scotland, weighing 209 pounds, it's Viper!
You mentioned Ayesha being a powerhouse, but when it comes to powerhouses, you just can't outpower the woman who's making her way to the ring, Viper.
Yeah, I think Ayesha might want to take on that challenge. Did you see that love between Viper and Ayesha?
Viper and everybody. She is your kind of wrestler, Stu. Confident, aggressive, and a force to be reckoned with.
Exactly. Most of all, just good.
Viper going straight for that belt, held by Kaylee Ray. Remember, Kaylee Ray won that belt in a match against Viper and Priestley.
Kaylee Ray probably doesn't like that. Hands off her championship belt.
This we see right here. Priestley and Viper going straight for the champ, Kaylee Ray. They want to take her out early, and look at this. If Viper thought she was going to have it all her own way, she's very much mistaken.
The champ's almost out of her own match.
Did you see the terror on the face of Kaylee Ray? Her feet almost touching the floor. She almost lost the title right there.
And here's Kasey Owens here to make a name for herself in WOS wrestling. Let's see if she can do it.
There we go. That is a lot of hair.
And imagine how it feels to be a champion going into this, knowing that your title can change hands without you being beat yourself.
And over the top rope, their feet touching the floor, and they will be eliminated until we are left with one. That female will be declared the winner and the new, or perhaps still, WOS champion.
And in your battle royal experience, Stu, what is... Ow! Cream and sugar. Sorry, whoa. What is your strategy going into a match like this with so many different opponents? What's your strategy?
My strategy was to try and stay out of trouble. Try and keep yourself small, difficult with a guy my size, but keep out of the way of the action. Last as long as you can. Let everyone else take each other out. It's all about self-preservation.
And look at the dominance of Viper, proving to the world why she feels she should be leaving this match with that championship belt. And the champion in there now. She goes for that Viper Vice.
Clearly her strategy is to go in and clean house.
Yeah, of course, Kaylee Ray in a whole world of trouble. You have to think Kaylee Ray is the one with the target on her back. They all want to eliminate the current champ, the reigning holder of the WOS championship, Kaylee Ray.
You'd think that would throw her off her game just a little bit, but she's not missing a beat here until we factor in Ayesha.
She's absolutely a fire, but so are all of these 5 women.
Ayesha and B. Priestley. Look at these.
I'd love to get more intel on Ayesha. She's really mysterious.
Wow, look at that kick from B. Priestley. Strike she clearly learned in Japan, where she's made a huge mark on the wrestling scene out there.
Oh, what's coming up here? Ayesha with it, looks like a powerbomb. B. Priestley tries to counter it, gets out, big kick to the side.
Oh, huge clothesline right on the jaw and neck of B. Priestley.
That was horrendous.
Oh, that was like whiplash.
Oh, and B. Priestley could be out here. And Viper, oh, look at this. Viper's gonna, is she gonna, oh, she tries to send them both out.
I can't imagine Viper and Ayesha braiding each other's hair in the locker room.
The 2 powerhouses meet in the middle. The other 3 ladies in this match wisely staying out of the way.
Oh, instant enemies with these 2. Look at the stare down.
2 giants meeting in the middle. Who's going to punch first?
Either one.
It's the battle of the giants in the WS Women's Battle Royale. Ayesha, a good 6 foot. And look at this now. Good back in this one. As is Owens.
If we can hear that from here, imagine how it feels.
Yeah, and look at the strength of Ayesha. Catching Owens there. And and she's out. She's out. Just as that was taking place, we almost lost the champion, but Kaylee Ray holding on to that bottom rope, which is a very smart strategy.
How'd you like to make your debut with Viper and Ayesha in the mix?
Oh, and look at this. Dangerous positioning for B. Priestley. She's almost out here, and she is.
She's done head first into that turnbuckle, the exposed steel. Viper.
And the 2 largest ladies in this match. Look at this. Look at the height of these 2 female competitors. Viper, Ayesha, center of the ring. And Kaylee Ray is in for the fight of her life if she wants to leave with that championship belt.
That's right, no cat fights here. This is next level woman handling from Viper.
Listen to the impact of these strikes.
And hold on, look at Kaylee Ray. Look at Kaylee Ray. No way.
Is she going to capitalize on the 2 giants distracted in this match?
Brilliant effort by Kaylee Ray.
What a feat that would have been if Kaylee Ray, the champion, had taken out both of these behemoths. She just did. Wow, double drop kick.
Here we go against all the odds here, taking the 2 big powerhouses down. It's Kaylee Ray defending her championship, remember.
And the champ is back in this one, guys.
You called her relentless in her last match, Stu. There's not a better word to describe our champion, Kaylee Ray.
Absolutely, here we go, and look at this, using both girls' size against them. Unique, innovative offense by Kaylee Ray. She's cleaning house in here, but the question is, does she have the strength and the power to lift either one of these opponents over the top rope?
If anyone's crazy enough to do it, it's KLR.
She can't even pick them up off the mat right now, let alone lift them over the top rope and dump them to the outside. I can't see how the physics work in this one. I don't know if she can win this match.
And let's just remind you that the Women's Championship is on the line in our main event right here on WOS Wrestling. And talking to champ, and the champ's almost out.
Here we go, Viper. She wants that title as badly as anybody.
That is a bad position for Kaylee Ray to be in right now.
You know, when you talk to Viper, if you really...
And the momentum took her over, but she landed on the apron.
Clinging on for dear life at this point. And here comes Kaylee Ray, thrown into Ayesha. Ayesha taking the spill to the outside, and she is eliminated.
And it's come down to these two women. The history between these two is intense, as I'm sure the closing moments of this historic match will be.
Wow, Viper using Kaylee Ray like a cannonball to knock Ayesha out of this match. Now it's one-on-one.
Oh, Viper!
Barely hanging on. Barely hung on there.
Viper desperately clinging on. She's out of there.
The champ retains. Unbelievable.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner and still WOS Women's Champion, Kaylee Ray!
Well, she saw her opportunity to use Viper's momentum against her in aiding getting her over the top rope. A final super kick, and straight down Viper goes. We have a champion, and it is Kaylee Ray. She retains.
And what a moment for our women's champion right here, Kaylee Ray. And talking the championships, next time on WOS Wrestling, we will crown the first tag team champions in WOS history. This is going to be huge. We'll see you next time.
Next week, it's the tag team tournament final. The British Bulldog Jr. gets a shot at Rampage's heavyweight title. And Joe Hendry meets his nemesis one last time after the cheating.
Oh, look at this feet on the roof. The referee hasn't seen it.
The beating and the betrayal.
Dissension in the ranks.
It looks like Hendry just wants a big old slice of revenge.
This time, the war can only end in submission.
When he taps out and this one's over.